Oh my god, it's that time again. It's that time again. That's right, we're back. I'm EPCP. And I'm back for even more Danganronpa 2. I appreciate that Stream Elements has once again screwed with my setup. So I have a secret. I've got a secret, not so secret weapon in my arsenal. Set game. Ba 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 ba. There we go. Hopefully that solved it. Yeah. Good morning or good afternoon. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. It's so good. It's so good to be back as always. How are you doing, Bleeties? How are you doing, Bleeties? I hope you're having a fantastic day. So right now we are back. We are going to be carrying on when we picked up from yesterday. So yesterday it was all about finally unexpectedly, I didn't realize, I had a gut feeling that we were going to find a crispy burnt corpse, full KFC kid style, you know. At least that's what I thought I was gonna find. That's what I thought I was gonna find. And do you know what? I didn't. I didn't. But something told me that there was gonna be a body. And excuse me, clearing my throat. And it took me back when I played through the original Danganronpa. And at about this point in the OG, we find a burnt body. We find a crispy corpse. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but we find a crispy corpse. And it's how we come to discover that someone that we thought had died at the beginning had died later, and it was all a big kerfuffle. Now, with that in mind, because knowing that there's been a lot of parallels between the two games so far, it's been putting my mind into overdrive. I've been theory crafting out the wazoo, Bleeties. Emerencia Petronella Sheepy has been extremely busy thinking very hard. And thinking so hard about how all of the elements could connect together, and why does it seem like he was holding the thing and whatever. So yeah. If it wasn't obvious to anyone coming in, there are going to be big spoilers today. Big spoilers. Baram, you, Jackie, good morning. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Yeah, big spoilers today. For anybody who is not wanting to be spoiled, but I imagine at this point you all know what's coming. And the only person that's going to probably get spoiled is me. I'm good, thank you, DJ. I'm good. I am very much looking forward to busting into Sussy Boy's room. I have been dying to root through the stuff that he acquired following doing the dead room from the funhouse. All of those secret notes that he's been hoarding and keeping to himself, finding out if any of the stuff that he told us about being a reserve student is actually true. Because ever since doing that, Nagito's been real weird, right? He'd really been behaving very strangely. He'd become an awful lot more derisive towards everybody, and that can't have been an accident. So I'm really looking forward to finding out what's in the room. Bleeties? What has he been hiding from us? What is Nagito's big secret? So, having expected to find him burnt to a crisp, I'm almost disappointed that we didn't. But that's okay, because you know what? Ding dong, the bitch is dead. And I actually could not be happier about that. I'm so glad he's gone. But it did occur to me that it kind of feels like the game is coming to an end, and yet it feels like there are so many loose ends still not tied up. I guess they're just gonna do a big like whabang at the end, and there's gonna be loads of revelations all at once. Now, I did have the silliest thought. When we found Nagito's body, I was reminded that there is a machine in the factory, in the Monokuma factory, Sea King Industries, fuck yeah, that is making androids that look suspiciously human. Now, it did occur to me, is it possible maybe? Is it possible maybe Nagito was one? Possibly, maybe? But what I find weirder is the way everything has been set up. It almost like Nagito has killed himself, almost. But yeah, I don't know. It's so many thoughts, so many brainworms, Bleaties. It's unreal. So do you know what? Let's just start fucking playing. I'm spending way too long theory crafting and talking about all the different ways that I keep getting hung up on the details. So, Alakazam! Poof. Look at that. Straight back into the action. I'm gonna sit myself down here. As always, BTs, if there's any problem with audio level, if I'm too loud, if the game is too quiet, please do let me know. Just a reminder, I do play with the Japanese voices. Mostly out of habit, but mostly I'll be goofing around with my own voices over the top. So I hope you don't mind. Yeah? Has the game crashed? Hello? Oh, that's... Oh dear. Okay. Give me a second, Bleaties. Sorry about this. I'm gonna have to pop my background back up because the game has crashed. I don't believe it. It's because I was shit-talking Nagito, isn't it? I'm not gonna stop shit-talking Nagito, I'm sorry. It's not gonna happen anytime soon. So, let's try that again. Shall we? Danganronpa attempt 2. Oh, it still thinks the game is running, but it's clearly not. The game has been closed because it crashed. Why did it crash? It's because it doesn't want me to finish, does it? Oh, thank you, DJ. I really appreciate it. Okay, apologies for the slight delay. Right, let's try this again. Okay, there we go. Bop. Okay, here we are. Let me just let's resolve this, shall we? There we are. Hey, Space Pirate, good to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful morning. Yay, there we go. So the game started with an excellent crash. It completely froze. Ominous or what? So as always, if the music is too loud or I'm too quiet, please do let me know. It's so good to see you. So just a quick reminder what we're doing here. We have just found Nagito's body. I found Nagito's body. It looks like either somebody wanted to see him really suffer, or he did an awful lot of strange shit to himself, and set up a kind of series of mousetrap style traps to kill himself. To me, that's how it looks, at least. So here we are finally. Monokuma is gonna let us in to Nagito's room, and I am very excited about this. I hope you're as excited as I am. So let's have a quick word with Jackie. Hajime. Oh my, you wanna go inside Nagito's room too? I was just listening to Jackie's quest. She wants me to unlock the door to Nagito's cottage because she really needs it for the class trial. Oh, of course, when our goddess, when our princess asks, she's all like, oh, of course I'll oblige. But when we ask, it's like, nah, sort it out yourself. Okay, you stupid bear. She begged me to do it while he was licking my black eye. Somehow I doubt that. I doubt that, and also ick. I didn't do that. It's okay. It's okay, Queen. I know you didn't do that. You would never lick Monokuma's black eye. I know. I believe you. And do it. It's because it's made out of black bean paste. Somehow I think that's a lie. What do you think, Bleeties? Do you wanna lick Monokuma's black eye? Huh? Does that sound tasty to you? Doesn't sound tasty to me. Look, we don't have time to mess around. Hurry up and unlock the damn door. Yeah, unlock the damn door. Now, Nagito, I know I probably sound like a broken record. Nagito has been telling us so many things about our supposed identity, the other students' identities, the history of the school, the prizes that he got from doing the final dead room, from doing the Russian roulette. All of these things have apparently, clued him in. That information is all going to be in his room, Bleeties, and we finally have access to it. Yeah, fucking honestly, Space, you're absolutely spot on. If you lick him, you'll end up with radiation poisoning. For fucking real, he's probably got plutonium in his tummy. That's why his belly button sticks out like that. Fine, guess I have no choice. I just gotta do that, right? By that, I think he means open the fucking door. Yes, open the damn door! Now then, that I'm loose. That is definitely not how you need to open those doors. But you know what? Monokuma is a showman. I have to give him credit where he's due. He is a showman. He does make for great watching, doesn't he? See, I've opened the door. You can freely investigate now. And I look forward to it immensely. This isn't my first time seeing that, but why does the door open with a spell? Well, Hajime, I've got some news for you. It doesn't. It's all for show. Also, slight tangent, but I heard the English language voices yesterday for the first time ever, with the person that we went into that we raided yesterday, as I was leaving. Good grief! Is that what they sound like in English? I'm not being funny, but why do the men sound like grown-ass adults? They're supposed to be teenage boys. That was strange, okay? That was strange. If I wanted to, I don't know, why did Nagito just sound like Yuri Lowenthal every next Tuesday? Yeah, I don't know. Conflicted feelings. No shade to anybody who loves the English language voices. No shade whatsoever. But yeah, it really surprised me. They didn't sound anything like I imagined they would. They didn't sound anything like I imagined they would. Maybe the cottage key is computerized. Yes, Chiaki. Voice of reason. Chiaki is absolutely right. It's definitely handled electronically. More importantly, let's just go inside now the door is open. You never heard? My voice is the only voice you know. Oh, Space. That's both extremely sweet. I very much appreciate that. In at least there's one person in the whole world for whom my voice is the default voice. I kind of love that. But yeah, if you ever are curious, just check out some clips or something of someone playing with the English voices. It's so strange to me. Because I've only heard the Japanese ones. I kind of thought I was tripping, really. It was very odd. So now the door's open. We can finally find out what horrors await inside. And by horrors, I clearly mean the fact that the walls are absolutely going to be covered in pinboards with pictures of Hajime on, just say, do it for him. You know? We're gonna go in there and it's gonna be covered in love hearts and pictures of Hajime. and just how much adoration our boy Nagito had for him until he discovered that he was supposedly not an ultimate anymore. It's the moment of truth. I'm so... What the fuck is that on the table? This is a setup. This is absolutely a setup. What is up with this room? Also, how is that plant floating without any like cables to hold it up? What the fuck? Does this room have an anti-gravity field? So, Nagito was living here. What was he thinking inside this room? What was he feeling as he spent his days here? I can't even imagine. Wanting to see absolute hope, becoming despair so he could act as a stepping stone for the rest of us. Honestly, this room's pretty plush. Don't you think? It's actually really nice. It's tidy, it's clean, it's got the greenery, the bookshelves and the plants and the nice figurines, the fridge freezer. This just looks like it could be any nondescript hotel room. No matter how much I think about it, I just don't understand him at all. I don't even know if he truly believed that. He was especially weird these past few days. He got weird because of whatever it was that he found out in the final dead room. Whatever information is in those books, in those things, the reports that he was given. So let's see. Hopefully we'll get given those. I wonder if maybe that's what's in this pink box, this present with a red, like with the love heart and the ribbon on it. Maybe he's put it in there. Maybe he knew about this. What changed him? Maybe the clue to that might be hidden here as well. Maybe it might be, but the elephant in the room is this treasure box. Oh! Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! Whoa! Monokuma! Yeah, we got another hidden Monokuma sticker! Okay, I think that might actually have been the last one for this level. So I did miss, there was one that was missable, and I did miss it. I know, shame. I'm gonna end up replaying the whole game just for that one Monokuma sticker. Can't be helped. The collector in me needs it. I need it, Bleaties. I need that sticker. So, we've got to look at the obvious thing. A fancy looking treasure box, covered in sparkling pink lights, is totally standing out. Could this be? Oh, that's right. I completely forgot. Monomi literally said, "Can you let me know?" It's Monomi's treasure. Of course, that explains the love heart and the pink ribbon. I'd completely forgotten about that, Bleaties. Because Monomi is just so inconsequential, it had completely gone out of my head. That's right, it's a magnificent treasure box covered in pink sparkles. That treasure box. Jackie, do you know about this? It's really cute. Okay, Jackie knows more than she's letting on. I'm absolutely adamant that it's not just that it's really cute. I mean, it is really cute though. It's super cute. It's super duper cute. I love it. But that definitely isn't her interest. She knows more than she's letting on. The way that she reacted, she knows something. Oh, she was just reacting. This looks like Monomi's stolen treasure box. If this is here, that means the thief Monomi was talking about was Nagito. No shit, Sherlock? Didn't everybody know that already? I feel like we knew this. I feel like that was a given and that we already knew that. I reckon that the Bleaties knew, didn't you, Bleaties? You already knew. Aha! Oh no, she thinks I'm dumb. Honestly. Ah. But why would Nagito steal this? Well, I think, Bleaties, I think we know why he would steal this. I think we know why he would steal this, and it's because there's something very exciting inside, and he wants us to see it. He wants us to see it. In order to find out, it might be good to see what's inside. But we've got to get it open. I mean, it might be locked, right? Is it gonna be okay? It looks a little dangerous. It looks dangerous? In what world? It's pink. I don't think it looks dangerous in the slightest. Chiaki, you trying to put us off opening this? It might be, but this could be some kind of clue, you know. If this wasn't important, Nagito wouldn't have stolen it from Monomi in the first place. Exactly, so we've got to see what's in it. I turn back towards the treasure box and cautiously open the lid. Here we go, Bleaties, we're gonna find something really cool. Uzami General Purpose Notebook? Oh? Inside is a notebook. Is this it? Why is a notebook inside this treasure box like it's something important? Hajime! Hajime, oh my god, sometimes you say things and I just want to yeet you out of a window. Why is it locked away like it might be something important? Open it up and find out. Open it up and find out. It's probably because it is important. Stupid questions deserve stupid answers every single day of the fucking week, month, and year. Oh no, it's his phone history. Didn't even open it. Literally space. I took the notebook out of the treasure box and began leafing through. Oh! It's like a diary. Wait a minute. Wait, so there's... She's been keeping a diary about us? It literally looks like it's been drawn by a primary school age child. It contains sloppy drawings, as if they were drawn by children, and entries that look like chicken scratch. Day 1. I was able to talk to everyone for the first time today. Monokuma showed up and things turned bad. Day 2. Byakuya is the leader. A lot of things happened today, so everyone's tired. Is this a diary? I mean, yeah, that's certainly what it looks like. Also, I just love the little "so cool" next to Byakuya's face, and then the like bad guy with the arrow like underneath Monokuma. I think that the diary entries are actually really cute. Looks like it. Did Monomi write these? I mean, yeah, I would have to guess so. It's her book, and it has her picture on the front, and she's talking about meeting everyone. I mean, either that or it belongs to Nagito, but the fact that Monomi was specifically looking for this, probably. These pictures and entries totally suit her. I kept flipping through the pages. Day 3, day 4, day 5. Page after page of poorly written entries continued on in the notebook. I don't really understand, but it looks like there aren't any clues here. Okay, but it clearly is important to Monomi because she keeps it locked up in a box. I mean, I think a lot of people would agree that their diaries are their treasures, you know, and they want to keep it private. And right when I was about to give up... Uh-oh, things are about to go real south, by the sounds of it. My hand suddenly stopped on an entry titled Day 16. Day 16. We've been in the funhouse for 3 days. Everyone's hungry and on edge. Oh no! Hajime tried to go in the final dev room today. He's probably panicking because no one believes him. Huh? Huh? What? No, we didn't. Did we, booties? I don't remember us actually going in the dead room or trying to go in the dead room. I remember looking at it. Hajime, did something happen? Oh, it's nothing. Hey, stop! Don't look at my notebook! Too late. Whoa! From out of nowhere, Monomi suddenly appeared and took the notebook out of my hand. Oh, that's right, Chiaki stopped me. That's right, Space. Well remembered. Well remembered. I wanted to go in there and Chiaki said no because it's dangerous and we needed to take a step back and think. I remember now. I remember now! Thank you. But what is the no one will believe him remark about? That's interesting. From out of nowhere, Monomi suddenly appeared and took the notebook out of my hand. Phew, I did ask you to look for my treasure box, but I never said you were allowed to peek inside. Jeez, that was close. If I'd come any later, he would have seen the inside. Bleaties, are you gonna tell her or should I? Oh boy. Unfortunately, you were a little too late. But if this notebook is here, then Nagito was the thief. I'm afraid so, Monomi. Your book was stolen by seemingly your bestie? I mean, considering that you were with him in the final dead room and stuff, like, the two of you must have had some kind of rapport? Betrayal! I was betrayed by my beloved student. I can assure you, he did not think of you as a beloved teacher. Don't you think, Bleaties? I don't think of her as a beloved teacher. I do feel sorry for Monomi, though. I do feel sorry for Monomi, definitely. I don't know what's going on. She's definitely not a good person. Like, her and Monokuma are just two sides of the same coin, right? They both have their own bad agenda. By which I mean it's bad because the students are gonna suffer no matter what, right? Nobody cares about the students' well-being. They both have their own things going on, both Monokuma and Monomi. And in no instance do they actually genuinely care about what happens to the kids. Hey, that notebook. It's pretty much your diary, right? Diary? It seems that way. Interesting. She doesn't think of it as a diary. Why would that be? That's right. This is my important diary where all my maiden secrets are written. Bleaties, I'm starting to think it's not a diary. Okay. Hey, you're a liar. Why you always show up out of nowhere? Okay, but so do you, Monomi. Imagine being spooked because someone does the same shit that you do. Monomi is not good to lie, you know. Lie? There's no way you wrote that notebook. Yeah. That's kind of something that occurred to me, is how is she writing without fingers? I'm not sure. Maybe it's a daily report for a boss or higher ups. Maybe a space, but also maybe this diary isn't actually written by Monomi. It's being written... Wait a minute. What if it's actually being written by one of the students and Monomi's helping the student out by keeping it hidden for them? You know? Like, that student doesn't want to be found out, you know? Like, maybe... I'm starting to wonder who it actually belongs to. I don't think it belongs to Monomi. I think Monomi's holding it for someone else, perhaps. What are you saying? Jeez. I can write letters easily. Yeah, but I mean, if I were to think exactly space, exactly, bim bom bim bom bim bom. If I were to think who couldn't write well, I am inclined to talk about Hiyoko. Is that possible? Can it be Hiyoko? Because Hiyoko was very childish in a lot of ways. I can finally write the letter B. What do you even say about that? I mean, I guess it is the first letter of a lot of useful words. No, you can't. You have no fingers on your hands. Point. Game, set, match. See? Bullseye! Because I know I'm the same way too. Right, so neither of them, it's confirmed neither of them can actually write. That might end up being important. You mad? You angry that I exposed a weakling like you? So that's what this is about? You're seriously trying to crush me? I mean, I thought that this had always been the agreement. The two of them were always out to get each other. You know, they talk like husband and wife. But, you know, Monokuma's agenda has always been to, like, drive Monomi to the edge. What are you saying? There's no way a big brother would crush his little sister. Oh, no, there definitely is. There definitely is. Looks like the time to settle things between us is getting closer every second. Hey, I don't know why you're getting so serious, but is what Monokuma said true? Also, like, someone who can't write well, but someone who had to have been present in the funhouse as well. Because they had to be there to see Hajime, see what he did. Oh man, see, now I'm thinking even more. The game just wants me to implode. There's smoke coming out of my ears, Bleeties. There's smoke coming out of my ears. Help, my 2 brain cells can't handle this. Hey, I don't know why you're getting so serious, but is what Monokuma said true? Huh? He said you didn't write in that notebook. Is that true? If so, who wrote in it? I don't think she's gonna tell me. I don't think she's gonna tell me. Well, you know, it's, how should I put it? Yeah, I kind of also can't imagine girls writing that messy, except for Hiyoko, just because Hiyoko couldn't even dress herself, right, Space Pirate? So, because she seemed to be so utterly underdeveloped. That said though, she did go to school. She did go to school and get educated. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Excuse me. Hold on. Damn it, she totally ran away again. Hey, Aunt Tori! I hope you're having a fantastic day. I appreciate that you have classes and everything. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for swinging by. Thank you. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out what Nagito's secrets were. We're gonna find out. But right now, Monomi has run away again. Gun. God damn it, Rabbit. The same pattern as usual. Looks like it's a waste of time to try and get answers from her. I mean, yeah, kind of, to be fair. But still, I really wanted to ask about that notebook. Well, actually, it might be better that I didn't ask her. But why? Why would that be? Monomi's notebook's been added to the section of my bullets. Is there anything else in this box? Is there anything else in this box? If Monomi didn't write the notebook, presumably it might have been the traitor then. Maybe the traitor wrote the notebook? What's in the fridge? What's in the fridge? Are we gonna get to see what Nagito's favorite food was? Nice. My cottage doesn't even have a refrigerator. Wonder where we got it from. I mean, probably the murder supermarket, but also more importantly, like, why has he got a fridge and no one else? Why did he decide to get a fridge? Nagito probably supplied it himself. Why would you go to the trouble of putting a refrigerator in his room? Does he really enjoy cold drinks? I mean, no, I'm gonna guess because he's keeping something in there. You know? Because what else do you do with a fridge, Bleaties? A fridge serves but one purpose, and that's to keep things chilled, to preserve them, right? So maybe he's preserving something in there. As I talked with Chiaki, I opened the fridge out of curiosity. Interesting. I mean, he says there really isn't much inside. That looks like something pretty fucking important to me. Monokuma's special poison? For poisoning use only as well, yes. Only for poisoning. Just in case there were any doubts. The only thing inside the refrigerator was a brown bottle. For someone who likes cold drinks, it doesn't look like he stocked very much. But that bottle clearly isn't a drink, right? It's clearly not a drink, Bleaties! It literally says on it, poison! In big letters! Really? It looks some kind of dietary supplement to me. Protein powder, maybe? Hajime, are you fucking illiterate? Are you fucking illiterate? Did you go to school? Did you learn how to read and write? Are you stupid? Are you actually stupid? We've reached critical mass now, Bleaties. We've reached critical mass. I've reached the point where his stupid questions have officially gone beyond. It looks like a dietary supplement. It literally says it's special poison. It says poison! And it's clearly not a powder, it's clearly a liquid! What the fuck? Hajime, go to Specsavers for fuck's sake! Holy shit. I took the brown bottle out of the fridge and started reading the label. Exclusively made for poisoning someone to death. Okay, this is... Yeah, poison? Poison, Hajime? You know, like it says in big fucking letters on the front of the bottle, you absolute tool. Good grief. Good grief. My poor little brain cells can't handle this. I know I'm stupid, but come on. Yeah, it looks like poison. Poison. Dun dun dun. Shocking you. Looks like there's a warning label on the back. Let's examine it in a little more detail. Yeah, just don't drink it, please. It doesn't need taste testing, Hajime. Be careful with the bottle. Don't drop it. Wait a minute. Poison. That reminds me. Wait, poison? But then there was the statue of Sakura, the ogre, in the funhouse, and wasn't she poisoned? And oh gee, okay. Again, the wheels turning too fast. The wheels are turning too fast. Okay, let's slow down. Stop it. If you worry like that, I'm gonna get nervous. Oh, that's a long list of stuff and things on the back there. I grabbed the bottle with my trembling hand and began reading the warning label on the back. Poison made specifically for killing someone. It's Monokuma's special poison. Honestly, Space, yeah, maybe Hajime wrote the diary because my dude seems to have a few deficiencies. This enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Saying it's enchanted is a very strange choice of words, because it's definitely not enchanted. Though its volatility is low, this liquid is very dangerous when vaporized. In a gaseous state, it is heavier than air. It breaks down in minutes, and it is susceptible to hydrolysis. Interesting. So it is possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications. Keep this liquid secure by storing in a cool place in glass or plastic away from sunlight. I mean, those sure are some standard recommendations for hazardous containment. This sure does look like a chemical made solely for poisoning someone to death. And it is Chiaki. You are absolutely right. This refrigerator must be here to keep the poison secure. Yeah, but the poison, Chiaki, you heard me read out the poison. It sounds an awful lot like it might have caused the symptoms that were experienced in chapter 3. But where did Nagito get something like this? I mean, if I had to guess, from Monokuma, probably. He might have just asked for it. I mean, Monokuma is pretty obliging with stuff that's gonna make things more interesting on the island, right? Also, more importantly, he could also have just straight up got it from the pharmacy, because that pharmacy has all kinds of wild stuff in it. There is nothing to have stopped somebody having done that. That question could apply to the bomb he used at the hotel too. Indeed. It is possible that he got the poison from the Octagon. Yeah, actually, that probably is it. He probably got the poison from the Octagon, just like the bomb that he used to scare everybody with. Apply to the bomb. There should be a reason Nagito was able to obtain such dangerous items. The Octagon inside the funhouse. Absolutely true. This poison, he must have brought it with him from there too. It does make me wonder, how deep are his pockets? How deep are Nagito's pockets? He was able to carry a bomb and a huge ass bottle of poison? Like, no one noticed? He was probably hiding them somewhere on his body during the class trial. He was hiding a bomb and poison during the class trial. It sounds fucking stupid, but it's Nagito, and I believe that when Nagito's involved, all bets are off. Jeez, how dangerous. What would he have done if he accidentally tripped and broke the bottle? I mean, probably he would have exploded into 1,000 bits and pieces, but, remember, Bleaties, Nagito is no ordinary student. He is the ultimate lucky student. He's the ultimate lucky student, so he must have been riding 100% on his luck. That he would carry those things and would be neither found out nor would trigger the bomb, right? While trying to conceal them. That's what I think. That's what I think. Just thinking about it scares me. Also, he already blew up the bomb he took with him at the lobby. But what about this poison? I mean, is it possible? Is it possible he poisoned himself, Bleaties? Because, I mean, he wanted to become Ultimate Hope. He wanted to become Ultimate Hope. Maybe this is all a part of that. He's planted this trail of breadcrumbs so that we will figure it out. It looks like the bottle is less than half empty. Was it like this from the beginning? Where did Nagito use it? If so, where? I wonder, is there still a trap somewhere that hasn't been sprung? Jackie, you are amazing, and I think you're absolutely right. I think there's something somewhere else that we need to find. It's gonna help us put these pieces of the puzzle together. It's gonna help us put all the last pieces of the puzzle together. Another trap. Well, for example, maybe he was making some kind of trap using this poison before he died. If that actually exists, it'd be real bad. It could potentially kill everyone on the island. I mean, I don't think that's a concern particularly. I think what's more likely, personally, I think what's more likely is that he took the poison himself. Like, it might be that the poison isn't immediate acting. He took the poison himself in order to stage a scene, perhaps? What the hell? Nagito, are you still trying to make us suffer? Are you still trying to make us suffer after your own death? So we have some poison, which is a strange development. I mean, the bed barely looks slept in. It's the bed that comes with the cottages. It looks just like the one in my room, but maybe there's something under the bed. It's a usual place for hiding things. That is true. That is true. Although I would ordinarily be a little bit concerned about looking under a boy's bed. Hey lady! How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful Monday. Good to see you. Good to see you. Honestly, yeah, Space, maybe at some point Nagito was wearing a big fuzzy coat and just nobody clocked it, including me. But yeah, maybe, oh, Hajime! Hajime! I literally deliberately didn't say that. I deliberately didn't say that. On the one occasion I was trying to be subtle. Subtle as a fucking jackhammer. Incredible. Yeah, like porn. Well, we should check just in case. I'm not being funny. I don't think Nagito has any interest in porn. I think if there's anything under there, it's the stuff from the... He has negative chill. For absolutely real, lady. For absolutely real. If there's anything under there, it's gonna be the reports and the books that I'm looking for, surely. With no expectations and without thinking, I peeked under the bed and... There's something here. As long as it's not a jar. It's a plastic bag from the supermarket, and it looks like there's something inside. Interesting. Gas mask and gloves. I guess for use with the poison? Maybe? What is this? It looks like a gas mask and rubber gloves. These look like the real deal. Did he get these from the military base? So HD, absolutely space. I'm wondering. It reminds me of Byakuya though. Remember at the very beginning, like Byakuya had a gas mask as well? And then in the third act, nothing was ever explained about where the virus, where the despair disease came from. Could that have been putting the poison in the vents or something? Maybe Nagito was actually in on it all along. Gas mask and rubber gloves. He was hiding these under his bed, but what use did he have for this stuff? I mean, I can think of a few uses, but we'll keep that strictly for late night discussions. So that's been added as well. Hajime, was there anything else under the bed? I mean, what I would really like to find under the bed is that yearbook that tells me about my identity, please. Let's see. I peeked under the bed once again and started looking around the area where I found the supermarket bag, and there's a small piece of paper on the floor. Well, a small piece of paper is not the book that tells me that I'm a reserve student, so I'm not really interested. A piece of paper made of blue aluminium. Yeah, you heard me. Aluminium! You know, how you say it and spell it properly? I know your games. A round thin piece of aluminium, huh? It's similar to those seals that go over jars of unopened mayonnaise. It is, but is it possible that it came off of the bottle? Could it be from the poison bottle, do we think, maybe? I get what you're saying, but does that mean this is actually just a piece of trash? You don't know what I mean, lady. Oh, I think you do. Hey, Daniel, good to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful day. We're rooting through Nagito's stuff now that he's out of the picture. Honestly, I'm surprised everybody isn't more happy about it. I feel like doing a dance, you know? I feel like celebrating. But Hajime is just moping. He's just moping, you know? But I think this is a great opportunity. Hajime feeling sad for the loss of the true love of his life. RIP. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Totally fair. But to me, that looks like the lid from like a milk bottle. Like a glass milk bottle that the milkmen deliver, old style. But I think maybe it could have come off of the poison bottle as well. And I do wonder if the reason that the statue around, like the statue of Sakura, the ogre, because remember her death involved poison. I wonder if that's actually meant to have been a clue at that point. Who knows? I think she knows. I don't know. Chiaki's being a bit weird. Is Nagito lactose intolerant? I mean, I don't know, but I hope that if he is, he eats 100 yogurts. It might be too soon to decide. So now we have a piece of blue paper. It looks like it's the seal for something. Well, I don't think there's much else unless there's anything exciting on the bookshelf. There's a lot of books and other mysterious items. The genres and types of items are so random. I can't make any sense of them whatsoever. Oh, just like Nagito then. So random. They say a shelf is a mirror that reflects a person's heart. Do they? I've never heard anyone say that ever in my lifetime. What? Yeah, do they? I definitely don't know how much about Nagito, but just by looking at this. So what should we do? It'd be really difficult to look through all these piles. That doesn't mean we should ignore it though. Yeah, I mean, maybe that's where he stored the book that we're looking for. The one with the word Mirai on it. Please? Possibly? Hopefully? Chiaki, no! Chiaki, no! She's leaving it to me. She's leaving it to me. It's on us, Bleaties. We've got to check the bookshelves. Chiaki doesn't want to. Wait, what? It's better if a boy goes through another boy's things. You know, there might be private stuff here. Well, that might be true. But I feel like there was more likely to be private stuff under the bed, and you had no trouble checking there whatsoever. So I'll leave the shelf to you. I think I just got persuaded to do this without realizing it. Yeah, you don't think Nagito is a Guna. I also don't think so, Danyu. I don't think he has. I think Nagito is probably as asexual as it's humanly possible to be. Right? Because he's one care, he's one love. He's absolutely nothing to do with people whatsoever. All he cares about is hope. I sighed and walked towards the shelf, and one by one I started removing the various books, examining each one. Yeah, absolutely, Daniel. It's all about those motivation videos. Give me that chicken soup for the soul. Oh, rubbing my thighs vigorously. But even as I examined them carefully, there was still a bunch of random books. There's no way there's any clues here. I disagree. There's literally a small shelf with a couple of drawers on it. That looks like something that could contain something useful also. Yes, this book! This book! Bleaties, this is what I've been wanting us to find! Absolutely, Space. She just doesn't want to search. She just doesn't want to search. She is being really strange. She's being really strange today. I am a little bit concerned. I'm a little bit concerned. Do you know, I'm just gonna like hedge my bets with her because she's been so good this whole time. But suddenly since Nagito died, her behavior's been uncharacteristic. It's been uncharacteristic. Ah, yes, the other file. The other file indeed. No, I also can't take more heartbreak, Danyu, for real. Just the thought, I don't want it to be. I really don't want that to be the case. I'm praying and hoping, and all of my little hoofies are crossed, my little cloven hoofies are crossed, hoping that it's not gonna be anything bad to do with her. So yeah, so Nagito got this book, and Chiaki knows about it. As we've just seen from this memory, Chiaki knows about that book, but now she's gone off. It only contains my information. I think that's a lie. So we should have a look. Shouldn't we, Bleaties? We should have a look. I've been dying to see. I have been absolutely chomping at the bit to see what is in this goddamn book. Nagito said this only contained information about me, but is that really true? If I look at this, it should be obvious, right? Yes. Look. Please, look. Come on, just fucking look. Open the damn book, Hajime! And he said I was from the reserve department and had no talent whatsoever. But that might be another of his lies. I opened the file and held it in my hand to confirm it. Come on. Tell me. What's it gonna be? Ah! Instantly, I realized something was strange. Oh my god, yes. This is the tea. This is what I've been waiting for. If this really has only my information, then why is the file so thick? Exactly! There's no way, right? Finally, we're gonna learn! Yes! We knew it! We fucking knew it, Bleaties! He lied this whole time! It was never just about us! He knew about everyone! We knew it! We called it! As soon as I opened it, it was clear to me. Just as I thought, Nagito had lied. Nagito lying? No, couldn't be. Surely not. Never. Aside from my information, there was information about the others. Kazuichi, Fuyuhiko, Akane and Sonya, and everyone who died had pages of information about them too. The file contained information on all 16 of us. Only my information. My ass! I can't believe he'd make up such a strange lie. No, he made it up intentionally. He made it up intentionally, Hajime. He knew that by filling you with nonsense, it would drive you. It would drive your purpose. So that means the rest of it might be a lie too. Yes, exactly. Oh, see, now, Bleaties, this is the real shit. This is what I've been eagerly waiting for. This is what it's all been about. I have been absolutely gasping to know what's in this book. I turned to the page containing my information and began to read through the content. The profile contained basic information such as my date of birth, height, weight, and so forth. But there was one thing specifically that caught my eye. The words Reserve Corps Student. There was no denying it. It confirmed that I truly was a Reserve Corps student from the Reserve Department. Okay, this is good information. This helps us. Absolutely, Space Pirate. Now we're playing and thinking with portals. Okay? This is good. Because it means, alright, this means that the book contains other information that is reliable. Why is this the only thing that isn't a lie? And why am I the only one who's from the Reserve Department? I mean, if I had to guess, it's because your name is Hajime, which means beginnings. So, because you're the very first reserve student to have been given an opportunity to play ball with the big boys, perhaps? Why? Why am I here with all the other ultimates? Read the rest of the information, Hajime. We need to know about the others. Hajime, did something happen? Oh, you've come back now. Jackie, why did you leave me with this book? God damn it. Well, I just found a strange file. What? Isn't that the special prize Nagito received when he cleared the final dead room? As I recall, your student profile should be in there. It's not just my profile. Now, I am wondering, should we be telling the other students that we have that information, Bleaties? I feel like that might be putting us in a firing line of some sort. The profiles of everyone on this island are in here too. Nagito was lying. When you say everyone, do you mean everyone? I mean, he said everyone. Everyone means everyone. Yeah, it's just basic information, but there should be profiles for all 16 of us. Hajime! Hajime, no! No, Hajime! That's absolutely not! That is not what she said. She said, are there? Is there definitely? Not like, that's not your cue to say maybe, possibly, should be. That's your cue to give a definitive fucking yes-no answer. I swear to God, Hajime, you are infuriating me today. You are infuriating me today. Hajime, why? Hajime, stop. Hajime, stop. I fucking beg you. Give her a straight answer. Not there should be. If you don't know the answer, open the book and check. Oh no, I don't feel good about this. I love Chiaki, but I feel like right now I don't want her to see this information. Can I take a look at that file? Chiaki leaned against me and peered into the file. You're right. My profile is really in here. But what does it say? But unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any details. What do you mean there aren't any details? What? What does that mean? What does that mean? That means there's nothing about your ultimate or anything? Like, what? Details. Details about our missing memories. Information about the time we spent at Hope's Peak Academy. Okay. Yeah, you're right, Space. I need to let it go. I need to stop getting mad at Hajime because he's proved 100 times over this morning that he's maybe a couple of fillings short a sandwich. He asks very stupid questions sometimes. And even a silly fluff like me gets a bit mad. If it's not written in there, these profiles might have been written before we entered the academy. But why would that have been the case? Why would that have been the case? That doesn't make any sense to me. You wouldn't be in an academy yearbook if you weren't already there. Then it's impossible to obtain new clues. Yeah, seems like it. Oh, hold on. What happened? I just noticed it right now, but the file. His name isn't in there, right? There are supposed to be 16 names worth of profiles, but his name is the only one missing, right? I mean, I'm gonna guess it's Nagito. I assume Nagito's name is missing, and I think Nagito probably knew that was gonna be the case. Which reinforces this idea that I had earlier on, that Nagito is kind of a stowaway. He's kind of a stowaway. Like, if this all is a simulation like I first thought, in some way or another, he's kind of snuck in. That doesn't mean he's not a Hope's Peak Academy student, but he's not one that was originally selected for this process. I mean, I think there's a good chance he is, or maybe rather was, a student, but perhaps from a previous generation, right? Who are you talking about? Oh, no. Okay. No, we're talking about Byakuya. Which is interesting because I was actually having a little theory craft myself last night. And I was thinking how weird it was. The fact that Byakuya was here and he was like from a previous round. And I don't know if you remember, Bleaties, but there came a point a little while ago where Nagito was being real sassy and he brought up Byakuya in a roundabout way, saying how the coward from before like ran away from this, like he might actually be here still. Because one thing that maybe I'm overthinking this, okay? If I am overthinking this and you're having a good chuckle to yourself because you actually know how the game plays out and you know the story and stuff, I hope you enjoy this chuckle. But I was thinking, when we do the body announcements, when it comes to the body announcement, nobody has ever explicitly said that the body found has to be dead, right? Or explicitly a dead person. And I mean, I guess it's possible that perhaps Byakuya didn't actually die. And that would be keeping in line with the parallels from the first game, where we thought someone was dead and they actually weren't. So, yeah, well, again, maybe I'm overthinking it, but it's something that came to mind, and I've been wondering about it. Yeah, let's carry on and see what happens. Byakuya. I'm talking about Byakuya Togami. Look carefully. No matter where I look, I don't see his name anywhere. Yeah, exactly, Danu. So it would be a technicality. And there's nothing to say that technicalities aren't allowed. In fact, I think Monokuma actively encourages them because it makes things more interesting, right? Oh. Monokuma hears us talking.
So what if a name is written in that file? Perhaps based on that you think he might be the traitor?
No, I don't think he might be the traitor. I just think he might not be dead. Very different. Very different. No, it's not just because his name isn't written here. That's not the only reason I think he's suspicious. He participated in the killing school life at Hope's Peak Academy, right? For someone like him to be in a similar situation on this island, no matter what, it's definitely suspicious. And it is suspicious. I think that's absolutely true. That is true. I did wonder. That's why at first I kind of thought I might have been having some hallucination or something. Like, could there really be two characters that look so similar and have like the same name, but they're different people? Like, surely not. And as we've been playing through, it's been gradually confirmed that it is the same Byakuya, at least on the outside. Even if he's just gained a little bit of padding.
Well, it pains me to say this, but what you're saying about the missing name and about the killing school life is totally wrong. There's a completely different reason.
A different reason?
How should I put this? You guys have been getting all worked up about that Byakuya for no reason.
That Byakuya. The fact that those words are highlighted very specifically. If there is a that Byakuya, is there then a other Byakuya? Is that what we're dealing with here? Absolutely, Daniel. It wouldn't be the weirdest thing that Danganronpa has done. Absolutely not.
Which means the great mystery that you think surrounds that Byakuya doesn't exist. You're basing it on one person's cheap speculation.
He's referring to Nagito's remark about Byakuya that I referred to a minute ago. What do you mean?
You don't have to ask me that. You know the answer just by looking through those profiles, right?
Yeah, so can I please, as the player of the goddamn game, can I please now look through? Can I please look through? I really want to I want to see every page. I want to know what's in this book. My eyes turn back to the file. One by one, I start flipping through the pages and confirming the names. Ultimate imposter. Suddenly, I came across a page that was filled with question marks. Ultimate imposter. Wait. So it's still actually an ultimate? It is an ultimate? So the infiltrator, the spy, is an ultimate, like is definitely a student. Okay. And there's absolutely no information. Well, that is interesting. Every section was filled with question marks. It could barely be considered a student profile. On that page, I was only able to confirm one thing. Ultimate imposter.
That's that Byakuya's true identity.
Is that so? True identity.
He was a fake, pretending to be the ultimate affluent progeny Byakuya Togami.
A fake? I'm not buying this entirely. That's not to say this isn't true. But I'm not convinced that it is quite as straightforward as it's a different dude and he's dead. The fact that we're specifying that Byakuya versus this Byakuya implies that one of them is still relevant. It's real sus, Daniel. It's real sus. The fact that his profile is filled with question marks isn't a mistake or an oversight. It's the correct information because nobody knows, I guess. This information is just a big unknown.
The ultimate imposter has no name, no permanent address, and even his age and gender are unknown.
So we're going with his, even though the gender is unknown. Gotcha.
Basically, he doesn't exist.
But I mean, they definitely do. So could this tie in, do you think, Bleeties? Is this going to tie in to the robots that are being made?
Because he doesn't exist, he's able to exist as anybody.
It would be kind of funny, but I almost feel like even for Danganronpa, that twist is just too gauche, you know? It's gonna be something that is very, very probably gonna make me screech. It's gonna be something that's gonna make me read very loudly.
That's his talent! Though I'm not jealous of that at all. That person
Wrong voice. Your brain melted? Fair space. Fair. This is all getting a bit complex now, but that sure is Danganronpa. That sure is Danganronpa. That person wasn't really Byakuya Tagami. Is that why he was so much fatter compared to when he was involved in the killing school life?
His physique doesn't affect his ability to fool others at all. Real imposters are skilled like that.
I mean, it's true. Like, if you do a good enough job of convincing someone you're someone, I mean, if I were a first-rate actor, I could convince someone that I am, like, next in line to the throne of England, right? It's possible with enough confidence. With enough confidence, you know? Then he was lying to us the whole time. Okay, but very, very important, Bleaties. Even if the ultimate imposter was lying to us about who he was still extremely prepared. He was extremely prepared for what was going to be happening here. Am I not right? So he knew. So he still knew what was going to happen. He knew about the murdering. He knew about, like, he'd still done it before. There must still have been a reason. There's no way the imposter just read up on previous students' histories and miraculously hadn't lost his memory like everyone else. It's very strange. But he couldn't help it. What? Why couldn't he help it? 'Cause that was his talent. Huh? Well, having talent means you're bound to that talent. The moment you obtain talent, your way of life has been chosen for you. I mean, Chiaki, I kind of get what you're saying. But there's one thing between, like, having a talent and then, I don't know, letting it consume you. But I think what she's trying to say is that's just who he was, right? That's just who he was. He wasn't trying to deceive people for deception's sakes. He was deceiving people because that's who he was. You can't do anything else except rely on your talent, regardless of whether you want that life or not.
In that sense, compared to the other ultimates, your life might be a bit more liberating.
What the hell?
Anyway.
Okay, what is that supposed to mean? Is he making a dig at Hajime because Hajime is a reserve student, so he doesn't have an ultimate talent that he's bound to? Maybe that's the secret here. Maybe that's exactly why Hajime is here, right? Because he's not dominated by a talent. That means that he has the freedom to do and see things in ways that the others can't. Perhaps that's what Nagita was trying to tap into.
I'm not happy that you guys fell for a scam that I had nothing to do with. So I'll tell you straight up. This revelation about Byakuya is exactly the truth.
Then what was he trying to say to me at that time? Yeah, because he did say he couldn't talk to people about his past, and then people would be skeptical. Was it just extreme role play? Yeah, exactly, Danu. So, like, in a way, Hajime's talent is that he's the only one with true free will, like, that isn't guided in some way by his ultimate, or by an ultimate talent impulse, possibly.
Based on context, if I had to guess, Maybe we're just complaining he was cast to wander the earth as nothing more than a fraud. If you want your guys to view at your school memories, you'd never have been betrayed in the first place.
I mean, yeah, but maybe if you hadn't took our memories from us, none of this would be a problem in the first place. So I don't even know. I don't even know what you want from me, Bear. I don't know what you want from me, Bear. You know? What does he want? What does he want, Bleaties? If we had our memories, we wouldn't have been betrayed, so why'd you took them away? Why'd you take them from me?
I mean, it'd be different if you were meeting him for the first time.
Wait, what? That's an interesting statement. It would be different if I were meeting him for the first time.
Since you guys went to Hope's Peak Academy, you should have known about the ultimate imposter already.
Should we though? Because if he really was the ultimate imposter, then while we were wandering around the school, he could literally been anyone at any time and we wouldn't have had the slightest fucking clue. All we would have known is that there is somebody who has the talent ultimate imposter as a student, and we would never have known who it was. So, in the end, it all leads back to memory loss.
Thanks, Spike Chinsoft. He's the Future Foundation cheer is awful. There's no way you should ignore Monomi or the traitor.
So, who is it? Who's the traitor? Yeah, you should know by now, Monokuma. You should know by now. You should be telling us. Just from looking at these 16 profiles, I still wouldn't know who is from the Future Foundation. Is there really someone like that?
Well, obviously you wouldn't know I made that file, so you guys couldn't find out.
I mean, well, that's fucking dumb.
He wants me to find out, but he doesn't want to tell me, Bleaties.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but that makes him the stupid one, not EP. Not EP and her two brain cells. This is the bear's stupid. This is the bear's stupid.
So it's just as I thought. You're the one who did it. The fact there were 16 profiles in there is what's wrong. I mean, the traitor is a spy sent by the Future Foundation, not a student from Hope's Peak Academy.
That's not true though. That's not true though. It's still possible that the traitor was a student. It's still possible the traitor was a student. There's nothing to say that a student wasn't taken out of the academy to work with the spy, like to work as a spy with the Future Foundation. We have no reason to believe that's not possible. You made a fake profile for the traitor and included it in here?
Wouldn't it be fun if you figured out who the traitor was so easily, right?
Yes, but also fuck you.
Then we can't use this file to figure out who the traitor is. That was true for Nagito too, right? Well, probably.
So, we now have this academy file that potentially confirms all of our statuses as students, but also includes misleading information about one person.
Dripping with despair, isn't it? You wasted your precious time on something that isn't a clue. Was that a wise decision? Time's up, you know.
I'm sorry, what? No? No, that can't be it. That can't... No. It can't be trial time already. Oh, come on. I feel like there's so much more I need to see.
Excuse me for a moment. Bing bong!
Bleaties, I'm not happy about this. I'm not happy about this. I am not ready for the trial. I am not ready for trial. I feel like I haven't been able to check the body as much as I want to, or the scene as much as I want to. All of this feels like it's been horribly rushed. Really horribly rushed. Yeah, I also hope the others found better clues, Space, because right now I don't feel that I have even almost enough information. I don't want to do the trial yet. I don't want to do the trial yet. Like, why? Why do I have to? Bleaties, please. This sucks. Oh, okay. Right, we need to rely on teamwork. It's gonna be time.
What is the most important thing for living things? Well, personally, I think time is. It could be time. I mean, your bank account may go up and down, but will inevitably run out, right? That's why we gotta cherish time. There's nothing more wasteful than wasting time. So, time's up.
Oh man, I'm not ready for this. I'm so not ready for this.
We will begin the last class trial. So please gather at Monokuma Rock.
See you soon.
I don't like it.
This isn't what I want. Is this the last one? Bleaties, is this really it? Is this really the end? Oh. I'm not emotionally ready for this. I thought that we had a lot more investigating to do. Oh man, I'm gonna have to change the title of my stream. I'm gonna have to change the title of this stream, aren't I? Because now we're gonna be doing trial 5 as well. Oh man, I wasn't expecting that. Shoe puff. Right, let's change our titles. Oh gosh. I'm not feeling emotionally ready for this, Bleaties. Like, super not. Oh boy, okay. Okay, we're updating. Are you feeling optimistic about this? Cuz I feel very concerned all of a sudden. The music is not helping. It's that horrible despair syndrome music that says shit's about to get real depressing.
Yeah, I heard it too. He really did say it was the last class trial.
What do you think? Should we believe him? Bleaties, we have to believe him. We have no choice but to believe him, do we? I mean, it's his show. Just checking in. Is Eepy happy sheepy? I'm okay, DJ. Thank you for checking in. I'm happy, but I'm also very concerned because all of a sudden we've got the last trial. We're doing it now, DJ. I feel so unprepared. I need all your good egg energy, Bleaties. I need all that good egg energy. We're gonna smash this. We're gonna smash this. We're gonna do our best.
Monokuma seemed anxious about the Monokuma timer earlier, right? 2 more days.
No space. We can't abandon all hope. We have to be hope. We're gonna make Nagito feel like he's missed out on the best wank of his life.
And he said something about the killing school trip ending, right?
Based on the time limit, this might definitely be the last one.
But I can't imagine that it's the real end. I think Monokuma's real plan might be just beyond it.
Yeah, see, this is what I was saying when I said that it feels like we're kind of towards the end of the game, but I don't feel like the story is even nearly over yet. There's a lot of things that haven't been resolved, Bleaties. We've got to resolve it. We've got to resolve it. His real plan. Is Monokuma still planning to make us do something? What could it be? Well, as long as it isn't Monomi's plan to send us all on a weird hookup holiday, I am willing to at least listen to the suggestion. Maybe after putting us through all this, he's planning to kill the remaining survivors at once.
But still, it's also not a good idea to think about it too much, I think.
Yeah, overthinking is the worst.
I think we should focus on the class trial that's waiting for us first.
Yeah, you're right. The class trial for Nagito's murder. We're pretty screwed. I haven't collected my thoughts because we were so focused on this file. I still can't see who killed Nagito.
Well, you don't have to worry so much. I mean, we're not fighting alone, you know?
It's true, we're not fighting alone, but also those drawers on the shelf behind next to the fridge, I still want to get those open. I feel like maybe there's something useful in there. I don't like that I no longer have an opportunity to look. You're right. You're absolutely right.
You're always right, my queen, my goddess, my idol.
We are not alone. Even if it's a mystery that can't be solved alone, as long as everyone cooperates and works together. Yeah, if we can do that, things will turn out fine. It's all gonna be okay. And now here I am, because once again, we've got to go back to the court. But the first things first, and that's the single most important thing. And that's making sure that Snake Emmy is okay. We're gonna give Snake Emmy full hope. We're gonna give her full hope. All the presents, all the delights. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, she looks so happy. She looks so happy. We're gonna make sure that even if we are not having a good time, our precious pet is having the best time. There we go. There we go. She's so happy and she's so loved. And now it's time. Now it's time. We're going back to Monokuma Rock. We're going back to Monokuma Rock. Also, why am I running when I could actually just, like, check the map? What am I doing that for? Oh, wait. Also, I just remembered. Wait. There's a thing. Report card. Yes, I had points, remember? I had points. I can buy more skills. Yeah, the final trial. I can't believe. We have some points, so I should take these things. I should take something. Gotta get my steps in. Absolutely. What do I want to do? What is that? Increases my focus gauge. Okay. Increases my time limit. That might be good. Increases... Oh, this is good. Okay, charisma. Actually useful. Charisma is actually useful. How am I... Oh, look! We can see everybody's info now. Who's blood type AB? If someone is blood type AB, they're probably the bad person. Oh no! No, it can't be! No, not Fuyuhiko. I won't allow it. I won't allow it. No, Fuyuhiko's just a bit chaotic. Wow. So, yeah, I can totally believe Ibuki would be AB. Okay, well that's interesting. That's interesting, but it doesn't provide me... Oh look, it tells me what their likes are. Pretty things, dislikes noisy places. How did I never look at this before? This would have been very useful. Sugar-free anything. Likes mama. Just likes his mama. He just likes his mama. It's always my faves. I know. Oh god, help. No. He likes a freshly washed towel. Very good. Very good. Fried dough cookies. Oh! His birthday is nearly the same time as mine. That's so cool. We're star sign buddies. Me and Fuyuhiko are star sign buddies. That proves it. That proves he's a good egg. That proves he's a good egg. He has to be. Likes meat. Yep. Likes the games, even the bad ones. What an emotion. You call it in Japan sour plums. Eh? Okay. Likes alcohol. I guess, like, for cleaning stuff. 11 days after yours. Hey, Melata, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Hope you're having a wonderful day. 11 days after yours. See, my claim to fame, my one big claim to fame is I share my birthday with Cloud Strife. I share my birthday with Cloud Strife. And that makes me feel a little bit special. It's like the only claim to fame I have. Okay, we're good. We are good. We didn't max out anybody, sadly, ever. But it's time. It's time to get those steps in, just like you said. So we're going to the rock. Although I seem to have completely forgotten where it is. Is it on the first island? Is it on the first island? It is on the first island, isn't it? So why the fuck did I run away from it? That was dumb. That was dumb! Ah, dear me. Dearie, dearie me. I blame because it's Monday. I blame because it's Monday. Man, and the thing is, I know that if I tried to go anywhere else, here we are, if I tried to go anywhere else, the game is gonna pull a whole, like, no fun allowed! No fun allowed! You have to go exactly where we tell you to go! Also, yeah, 11 days after yours, Mila. That means that we're also birthday buddies! Woo! My one claim to fame. But yeah, it's one of those things. We should all celebrate our birthdays together. Have one big stream date. Is this it? Shouldn't there be more people? I mean, there definitely shouldn't because they fucking died. They died. You know? And just thinking about that is like enough. How many more? How many more have to die? How many more have to die? Stop it. You're making me depressed. You're making me depressed. Yeah, don't make Minimaru depressed. If you're making Minimaru depressed, you officially need a good slap. Minimaru deserves nothing but joy. And he needs to be supported. In just the ways as he has supported us as the best possible leader we could have had. So, it is going to happen again. The cruel conflict where we must doubt our friends. But once we're through this, we can go back, right? He still believes it, Bleaties. He still believes it. He's so delusional. He's delusional, no. Like, why? Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta do that? Also, thank you for the hydration. Thank you for the hydration pickup. Oh, do appreciate. Do appreciate. It can be hard. It can be hard to remember to do these important basic life things. You know, it does make me feel like a bit of a failure. It's hard. It's hard to do. It's hard to do. I mean, I find it hard. I find it hard to do. So here we are. Here we are. He thinks we can go back. I'm having my doubts. I'm having my doubts, Bleaties. That Monokuma bastard said so, didn't he? He said this is the class trial. The last one. But we've been tricked every step of the way. There's no way I can believe that so easily. Yeah, I'm with Fuyuhiko on this one. I'm with Fuyuhiko on this one. We can't just blindly believe that. Why can't you believe it? The guy who's making us do all this is the one saying it, you know. It's exactly because he's the one making us do this. Like, why would you just blindly believe it? Crazy. Crazy. That's why I'll definitely survive. If we can really go home after we deal with this class trial, I'll definitely find out who the killer is no matter what. Even if I have to pull out all the stops. You're 100% right, Daniel. The dude's an idiot. Idiot! Or as we would say in Swedish, and my apologies to the Swedish ears listening, jävla idiota! Jävla fucking idiota. Honestly. Oh, Manomi, why are you here? You're not gonna be of any help whatsoever. She keeps saying she's gonna help out. He's just tired. He is tired. He is tired, Space. It's true. I should be more compassionate. I should be more compassionate. He's fed up. It's been rough. And I completely understand. I completely understand. What the fuck? Why are you here?
You haven't realized it yet? That feeling of wanting to leave this island? Thinking like that is Monokuma's trap, you know?
I mean, it is, but it's just like... Guys, does anybody else feel reminded about the fact that in the first game, wanting to get out of the school was the wrong thing? Kind of, right? You know, like, the world outside was completely fucked up, and we had all had our memories wiped, and we're inside this school completely locked down and bolted in because we were meant to be the future of mankind and they were trying to keep us safe. I mean, I guess there is some slim feasibility that we could be, this island could have been abandoned intentionally and we've been put here to repopulate, to create our own civilization and our own army and all this other shit, to perhaps eventually invade and take back the mainland from the insanity that happened after the first game. However, I am still not convinced that this isn't all just some crazy hallucination and that, you know, it's some kind of simulation. You know, like maybe we're in a VR sim or something, because this is just so weird. But I do definitely think the repopulation thing has some credence to it, from the fact that when we arrived, Monomi was like, yeah, this is gonna be all about everyone getting on and having fun. You're all gonna love each other and it's gonna be great. And there was approximately like an even split of girls and boys, and the emphasis on heart pounding and doki doki and all this kind of thing. I mean, anyone who's seen the end of the original game knows that, like, there were a few different endings, and one of them was that you end up, like, having a kind of co-parenting deal with your buddies. Like, you all have multiple children together with each other, and it's real fucking strange. There's nothing to say this couldn't be a repeat of that. You know? You thought that was just Shinzo Abe's dream. May he rest in peace. I mean, low-key, it kind of was. But yeah, on the one hand, I don't think Monomi is wrong in that, but also, Monomi has not been the most forthcoming, and she hasn't been particularly honest with us. So I don't really think that I can take exactly everything she says at face value. Huh? What are you saying?
There's no way Monokuma will end things here. He's planning something far worse.
Stop trying to jinx us.
Damn right. Stupid rabbit should just shut up. Everyone, you mustn't run away from despair. I finally realized, after losing my powers, I realized that cursing your powerlessness or your fate accomplishes nothing. The possibility may be small, but as long as there's a possibility, you must face it.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. But isn't she sounding an awful lot like Nagito suddenly? Is that just me? Is that just me that sounds a lot like the kind of stuff Nagito spouts? I'm not sure about her.
In order to become someone who can be proud of yourself, so I will fight.
I mean, I look forward to seeing her actually do something, maybe, possibly, hopefully. I think that would be nice. Yeah, she's hopeful all of a sudden. Like, it seems very sudden, Danyu. Very sudden. In a way that is jarring. What's her deal? I do not really know, but she seems different from before. Maybe she read a self-help book. If I had a book, I'd hit you in the back of the head with it right now, Kaz. Shut the fuck up. But her eyes, they look so determined. You can tell just by looking at those button eyes. Anyway, make sure you turn off Minimaru. It'd be annoying if he started talking during the trial. Also, fucking no. Absolutely fucking not. He's staying on. He's staying switched on forever. Forever and ever. Because he's Minimaru. Aw, fine. Akane, you're just gonna take that? Akane, no. Akane, stop. Somehow, I understand what Monomi is saying. I think. Anyway, let's get going to the last class trial. Please, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. You're right. We need to fight as much as we can. No matter what hopeless truth awaits us in the end. Okay, let's go. Rah! Rah! What do you think of my Foley? Is it good? Is it good? Was it like the best raw sound effect you've ever heard? Are you saying this is the end? I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I'm kind of scared. This is the end. I kept saying those words to myself over and over in my mind. And I entered Monokuma Rock. Down we go. Down we go. Oh no, I didn't mean to scare you that much, Space Pirate. I'm sorry. This elevator ride. This will be the last time for this too, right? Hope so. Hey, I just realized, isn't Fuyuhiko stood where Byakuya used to be stood? So that means he's gonna live, right? That means he's gonna live? He's gonna be okay? He's gonna be okay! Oh my god, I'm so relieved. Please, that has to be true, that has to be real. That has to be real, my boy, my good egg, please! I'm so hopeful, I'm praying. Let's worry about things after we're finished. More importantly, we must focus on the class trial before us. Oh no, Dan, you don't say that. I don't want it to be a misdirect. I so much don't want it to be a misdirect. Oh my gosh, come on. Longest lift ride. Longest lift ride in all the fucking universe. The killer managed to kill someone like Nagito. There's no way this is going to go smoothly. I mean, I can't believe one of us was able to do that. Nagito was problematic in many ways, but he was also a valuable asset during the trials. Yeah, you're right. In fact, during the Funhouse ordeal, we were completely dependent on him. Hate to admit it, but it's true. I hate to admit it, but it's true. What would we have done without him? It would have been a complete disaster. We'd never have known what was inside. We'd never have known what was inside. And even if he's gone, the one who survived needs to stand and fight. We must fight. We must fight. And then the door slowly opened. Okay, but whenever there's a door opening slowly, I now have like a full-on fucking panic attack. Like, Sayori, no. Sayori, stop. Leave me alone. Stop haunting my dreams, please. Stop. No more slowly opening doors. I can't take it anymore. The bright light greeting us. Is that the light of hope? Or the light of despair? We're in a factory. What is this? Damn, I kind of like this place.
Well then, now that Chatterbox Nagito is gone, there's only 6 of you left.
Oh, enough. Just fucking start already. Hey, this is it, right? This really is the last trial, right? Kazuichi's literally like shitting his pants right now. Like, he wants to cry, he wants to scream. He's so done, he's so beyond done, that if he could implode, he'd become a black hole that just brings everyone in with it. But it doesn't happen because that tiny shred of hope that maybe he's going home after this keeps him human.
Yep,
Sure is.
so you gotta show some enthusiasm and make sure you give it your all. Didn't I tell you? We said it was. This is the end.
Okay, but he didn't say what it was the end of. He didn't say what it was the end of, Kaz. You're getting way ahead of yourself. Monomi looking determined. Monomi looking super determined. I mean, he does have a tiny brain. That doesn't help.
Now then, let's start this trial.
I am really feeling like Monomi has had a real sudden change in personality. Okay, Bleaties, hear me out. Hear me out. This might sound like the stupidest thing you've heard today, but hear me out. What if if this is a simulation, right? If this is all a simulation, yes, I'm back on that. I'm back on that again, okay? Listen to me. If this is a simulation, and Nagito has found his way in, he's not meant to be here, but he's found his way in, is it entirely possible that he's set up this big elaborate thing to get himself killed, and then use that to switch out into someone else's body? If everybody here isn't actually a real person, but just a manifestation of a real person, and if someone dies, their character is actually just being deleted from a game or whatever, and then they wake up in some kind of ridiculous misbegotten reality, that means it's entirely possible that if Nagito is some kind of fucking genius, or if he's working with someone who knows a thing or two about hacking, it's entirely possible that sure, his OG body has been killed, which makes everyone think he's been murdered, but really he's now inhabiting Monomi, which is why all of a sudden Monomi is going off on one about hope in a way that she never used to be. Okay? Does that sound absolutely fucking batshit? If the answer is yes, that's because it is. But I hope you'll entertain this, because I think that's actually a possibility.
This is the last class trial, so let's show some enthusiasm and kill each other. Wow, good luck, have fun, don't die.
That's right, Space, I'm in the Matrix. Ever since the beginning of the game, I felt like a lot has been off. Yeah, but how does that relate to what happened in the first game? Well, someone pulling the plug on someone and making it look like they were someone else. I mean, it's a theory, you know? But yeah, I don't know. As has been proven time and time again when I play this game, I tend to overthink. I tend to overimagine. Where, just a heads up, Bleaties, this trial, I want to warn you, I don't think it's going to be finished today. If it has as many twists and turns, because, yeah, time limits and all, but we're gonna get as far as we can get. Okay, limitations be damned. This is the 5th class trial. According to Monokuma, this is also the last class trial. That curtain is about to rise. Nagito Komaeda, the ultimate lucky student. When I first met him, I thought he was a nice guy. He came across as very sociable. I mean, this is definitely Hajime speaking, so the minute I laid eyes on him, I wanted to strangle him, but there you go. But his true nature held such a demented thought process that was nothing like his outward appearance. He said he believed in hope more than anything else. He said he was yearning for a powerful hope that can overcome any despair. He said he would even help despair just to prove that hope will never lose to it. And he said he'd become a stepping stone for hope. His way of thinking was completely screwed up. But there were also times he saved us too. Hey, that's how it is, Daniel. It's always the quiet ones. The quiet, smiley ones. People that smile like this in anime, that always have their eyes shut, with a smile on their face, instantly distrust them. Someone like him was killed, and that was the end of him. And I have no idea at all who did it. But there's no way we can end this without knowing. We will be consumed by despair. That's why we absolutely have to find out. The person who finished off Nagito, the killer who murdered Nagito. In order to return from this despair alive, we need to reach the truth. And if Monokuma says This is really the last class trial. That's all the more reason we need to do this. We're gonna do this, Bleaties. We are gonna do this. And so, this life-threatening trial billowing with hope and despair, the last one has begun. I seriously don't think that it's someone we have with us right now. I think there's someone behind the scenes. So let's see, what skill points do I have that I have not equipped with? Okay, so everything is equipped. I had the potential to have 64 skill points, and I did socializing so badly that I have, like, barely half. But you know what? We did it. We did it. And we're gonna start. The class trial is starting. The class trial is starting. And rules be damned. We're gonna get as far through this as possible, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna edge you. The stream is ending at 3 today, Bleaties, okay? The stream is ending at 3. So it might be that we have to wait until Sunday to see the end of this, but I am gonna do my absolute best to get as far through this as I humanly can. Or as I sheepily can. As I sheepily can. Baram you, everybody. Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation. I don't need an explanation. I've done this so many times. Why do I have to be told this every time? I don't need this. I don't need to know. Piss off. Oh, wait, what? Okay, we've had a change. There's been a switch up to the intro this time. I've been interrupted by Monomi suddenly staring down Monokuma.
Oh my, Monomi, my little sister, you're awfully quiet. What's happened to you? You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon? Because you're a rabbit.
Okay, for anybody who doesn't understand that joke, in a lot of East Asian folklore, the rabbit lives on the moon, grinding the pill of immortality. And if you look up at the moon, because of the craters, the shape of the craters, it looks like a rabbit with a mortar and pestle. So if anybody's wondering what the joke there is, that's the joke. The joke is that because she's a rabbit, she's finally reached the moon. Okay? There are other versions of the story that involve Chang'e, the most beautiful woman to have ever lived, descending to the moon and becoming a rabbit. There's various different versions of the story, but the point is that's the joke. Bit of context there. No! No, leave her alone! God damn it. She's all battered and bruised, but she's still gonna fight. She's still gonna fight. Moichido! Can you leave her alone, please? Oh my god, Monokuma. Wow, he's really going for it today. He's not gonna let her stand. She's not being deterred. She's not being deterred. Now we've seen all of them in one go, in one sequence. Oh my god. It's okay, Monomi. Monomi came here today to fight. We're not fucking around.
It's useless.
Muda. Please stop. I feel bad for Monomi.
Oh, you're right. It's not the time for me to horse around.
The class trial has started.
The victim this time is Nagito, who was attempting to reveal the traitor for everyone's sake. Who in the world killed him?
I'm so curious. I mean, same, because I think he killed himself. I think this is going to be so unbelievably convoluted and complicated. I don't think any of us are ready for where this is going. If he was killed for trying to reveal the traitor is obviously the killer. They were trying to shut Nagito up. No, that might not be it. Huh? Are you trying to protect the traitor? They didn't call out when we were in danger. Wait, don't tell me you're the traitor. Nah, he's not smart enough. He's not smart enough, Fuyuhiko. Don't say something so stupid. There's no way in hell I'm the traitor.
Now that's more like it.
Why don't you guys hurry up and start arguing already? Monokuma enjoying the chaos. The traitor and the killer who murdered Nagito is here, right? Are they the same person? I don't think they're the same person, VTs. I really don't. I don't think they're the same person at all. I think that would be way too fucking convenient. Or... Oh, my argument. Okay, right, what are we talking about? Torture wounds, survival knife, duct tape, plushies, oil lighter. Monokuma's account. Okay. Right, what have we got here first? Killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up. It was torture. Nagito's body was covered with wounds. Yeah. It's because they tortured him. Why do you look so psyched about that? Oh my god. What were they trying to find out? Definitely a hiding place. No, the bombs weren't hidden there. So the suspect is whoever found the bombs first? Which was Fuyuhiko. No, I don't believe that at all. It was a coincidence. I mean, we don't do coincidences here. There's no way he'd torture someone. I mean... it's not necessarily... Hold on. Fucking wait now. Hold on, duct tape. Duct tape. Was it torture? Was it torture? I'm... too slow. Too slow. No, he had the duct tape wrapped around his mouth, right? That was like our first thought, was that it could be torture, but thinking about the duct tape, I think there might be more to it. I said that at the time. I said that at the time as well. The duct tape didn't sell me. I think that might actually be what killed him. Like, I think maybe there was something in his mouth. I think it's been made to look like torture when it actually isn't. You know? It's entirely possible Nagito actually did this to himself to misdirect people. Remember, he said he wants to be ultimate hope. Okay. Oh, thank you so much for the coffee, Daniel. I really appreciate it. I will savor it. Thank you. Ah, see, there we go. Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape, so he wouldn't have been able to confess anything. Exactly. Why would you tape up someone's mouth if you're trying to get them to talk? You know, it looks like he'd had something stuffed in his mouth, maybe, and then his mouth taped up to keep him from screaming, to keep him quiet. So if he were being tortured, it means he would have been elsewhere. He would have been tortured somewhere off screen. Like, and then brought all the way back in. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. So that doesn't... Yeah, there's no way. If he was being tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth shut. Oh no, Kaz, why? Kaz, stop it. Oh no, okay, I need to put my mic down for this fun. We all know how much I love this particular minigame. Hands down, the worst minigame possible. You might be able to hear my laptop my laptop fans screaming. Stupid Hajime, you got caught in that trap. Stupid? What? Rebuttal. Okay, what's the issue here? I mean, it's still going to be duct tape. The duct tape is the problem. Unless, like you said, Nagito's mouth was taped shut, yeah. I think he wouldn't be able to talk, that's correct. Okay. But if you tape his mouth shut, how's he supposed to answer? Yeah, exactly. He can't. Pay attention. Killer tortured Nagito. Okay, no, it's not that one. Sorry, that was a knee jerk. That was a knee jerk. I've got to do it again. I saw orange and immediately was like, quick go, it's that. But it's not that. No, it wasn't after they killed him. No, I wasn't overcome! Damn it. Damn it, damn it. Oh, this is rough. This stupid minigame. Stupid minigame. Okay. So it must be the other one that I have to slice. I have to slice and dice. Okay, so not that one, not that one. This one. Yeah! Okay, good. We did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. Okay, good. Basic. Basics. There is no way. Like, it doesn't make any sense to cover up his mouth after the fact. Like, what purpose would that serve? What purpose would that serve? It doesn't make any sense. No. His mouth was duct taped precisely to prevent sound from coming out. No, there's no doubt that Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he was beaten up. What did you say? Who cares about the duct tape? Might as well settle this with rock, paper, scissors. We don't need to play a game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth before the torture even began. Yeah, we know that because of the blood. Okay, remember, Bleaties? The blood spatters were only on top of the duct tape. There was no blood beneath the duct tape. So his mouth was sealed the entire time. So it would make absolutely zilch, zippo, none, 0 sense otherwise. Why do you always side with Hajime? Do you have a crush on him or something? No, because I'm not a simp like you are, Kaz. Are you in elementary school or something? You were with us when I peeled the duct tape off Nagito's mouth, right? The blood on Nagito's face wasn't under the duct tape, remember? Yes! Yes, exactly! Oh my god! Chiaki, my goddess, my queen, my idol. See, she remembers. That's exactly correct. That's exactly correct. The blood on his face came from his arm wounds. Which means the duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded. And the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth. He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape. Perhaps the duct tape was used so he wouldn't be able to scream. Now Fuyuhiko would definitely know about that. Then it's like I said at the beginning, the duct tape wasn't for torture, it was to keep his mouth shut. It was Bleaties, it was to keep his mouth shut, and Fuyuhiko's absolutely right. Oh, he's such a good egg. He's such a good egg. Thank you for being so smart, Fuyuhiko. However, even if they wanted to steal his mouth, they did not need to hurt him with such ferocity. Oh, thank you so much for swinging by, Daniel. Thank you so much. I hope that you have a good rest. Have a good rest, and thank you for lurking. Thank you, and bye-bye. So yeah, they didn't have to hurt him with such ferocity. But there must have been a good reason for doing so, and probably misdirection. Although, to be fair, I'm with Fuyuhiko on this one. If it were me, it would just be because he's pissed me off so much the entire time we've been together. How could you possibly want to stay with him? They probably just had a deep grudge against him. Then, are you saying the killer was trying to make him suffer? Which is something we discussed already before. If so, that's friggin' crazy. Did they go psycho or something? Nah, they didn't go crazy. Whoever did this must have been one crafty bastard. If not, they wouldn't have taken the time to set fire to the crime scene and destroy all the evidence. See, Fuyuhiko. This is how you know Fuyuhiko is involved in organized crime. This boy, he knows all the workarounds. He knows all the tricks. Okay? He's absolutely right. He's absolutely right. And I think that he's going to be a massive asset in this trial. A massive asset. So, the warehouse fire was for destroying evidence? Well, it wasn't a barbecue. We can't think of any other reason. But who could have done that? Who indeed? I mean, you can see all of us clearly there together. All of us. There's nobody missing. When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse. Yeah, and right after I opened the warehouse door, the flames started burning from the very back. Which means it is plausible to think that nobody here set the fire. It is plausible to think, but I raise to you a conga line. A conga line of Monokuma cardboard standees, okay? Those panels, when that door was kicked open, the panels rolled down and there was a setup so that when they fell at the very end was the lighter sparked, it caught light to the curtain and the curtain went up in flames, right? Bam! That's how it worked. The killer isn't one of us, but that's not the case. I mean, it's wishful thinking. Even if it was only a coincidence, the timing was just too perfect. Based on the pattern up until now, we should suspect that some kind of setup was used for this. Indeed, and we know that there's a setup because we saw it with our own eyes. We saw it with our own eyes, Bleaties. Some kind of setup? Like what? I do not know that, but that has been the pattern before. Heads up, Miss Zanya, you have such an amazingly high intellect. Oh my god, please, just, yuck. Kaz, you make me feel sick. Alrighty then, let's think about this based on what Miss Sonia thinks. Is that okay, Miss Sonia? Damn right it is. A reason for the fire, huh? They're right. We need to clear that up first. Now, I believe we have got this. We know that it's the bears. We know that it's the bears. So what? Monokuma panels. Monokuma panels. That's got to be it. It could be, or it could be the oil lighter. It's going to be Monokuma panels to the oil lighter. So the direct cause of the fire was the oil lighter, the crime scene. I mean, no. I mean, yes, but no. It lit the curtain, yeah. Some kind of setup with the oil as an improvised fuse. They probably threw it? No, I don't think so. Based on the shape. What is going on in the background? It can stand upright, yes. What the fuck is... what? What is going on in the background? It's really distracting. Maybe an invisible thread? Definitely not. Definitely not. Tip it over with the sound waves. What the fuck? Oh, yes. Opening the door. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. It's opening the door. The panels were knocked over by the door being opened. And then they rolled one after another. Clonk, 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 clonk. Just like dominoes. And lit the lighter. I also agree that opening the door is what started the fire. Just as I thought, it was the wind pressure. A dust devil blown here from glorious Japan. I mean, that wasn't quite what was happening. What? Okay, sure. No, not the wind pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels. They did. They were all lined up, remember? A huge number of tipped over Monokuma panels were found at the crime scene, right? It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were lying on top of each other in a single line. Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin. Does that mean something? Well, the killer probably arranged those Monokuma panels to create a domino effect. Yes, Bleaties! Hajime's onto it! Hajime's on the right path! We've got this! We've got this! I am so sure! I am so sure! Domino effect? You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over? In place of those tiles, the killer used Monokuma panels. Which is funny because they are also black and white, so kind of still works. Oh yes, now we get to see a picture. So when we opened the warehouse door, the first panel toppled into the second. And from there they fell like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end. Yes. Yes, oh my god. We're right. We're doing so well, Bleaties. We're doing so well. But wouldn't it be obvious those big panels were falling over? That's probably why they turned the lights off in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice. I mean, yeah, I agree. I agree. So the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino effect? And one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right? Yeah, there was music. There was music playing, Bleaties. There was music playing. Remember? Because we heard it when we arrived. We heard it through the door. The sound of hymnal music. If it's not that, I'll eat my fucking underwear. Yes! Yes! Oh my god. Perfect. You're talking about the MP3 player, right? That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels. The inside of the warehouse felt even darker because our eyes were still used to the bright sunlight. But within that darkness, a loud hymn blared throughout the warehouse at full volume. Just more noise distraction, Bleaties. More noise distraction. Hey, do you guys hear something? Yeah, it's really damn loud. Now I'm not talking about the music. And as if on cue, it started. Yeah, see? What she heard were the panels falling. She heard the panels falling. The music was supposed to cover it up. But Akane actually caught it. That's it. So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling. But those sounds weren't the only strange thing, right? Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse. What? Because the door wouldn't open properly? Because there was a panel leaning against the door? That's not the problem. And then she kicks the door in, but it doesn't open. There's something blocking the door, which I assume was one of the panels, right? Come on. So we kick it open. Yeah, exactly. So it was being... That's right, we did it! We did it, we knew it! We fucking knew it! We're so good, Bleaties. We're so good! You're adding to my brain cell count! You're adding to my brain cell count? Oh! So the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel. And when we opened the door, the domino effect started. And the falling panels eventually reached the lighter. Yeah, and that's how the warehouse caught fire. At least that's how it looks. Yeah, that's how it looks. I think that's still true. I still think that's right. And yet, I don't know, Chiaki seems bothered by this somehow. You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned she could barely open the door.
Because a panel was blocking it, right? This is the second time now in this game we've had doors being like shut by peculiar means.
But the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
Is that a problem?
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
I mean, even if it was the only entrance to the warehouse, it doesn't mean that there was not another way. There definitely are alternative routes, we just might not have known them. We might not have known. Also, most importantly of all, and I feel a need to return to a point I made earlier. If the person who set up all of this shit couldn't leave, absolutely, that still ties in with what I thought with Nagito having done this to himself, because it means he didn't need to leave. He wasn't intending to leave. He was intending to make his death look like a murder, but it's just a really elaborate suicide, right? That's what I think, anyway. If that door was the only entrance to the warehouse... I see, so the problem she's talking about is, yeah, the killer couldn't have left. And we couldn't see any merch, lol. That's definitely not important. Not the merch! Not the merch! I have to see the Monokuma bears! If the panel was so close to the door that it could barely be opened, the killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right? Now that you mention it... Does that mean we're hiding inside? Oh, we were all outside the warehouse, you know?
Based on the patterns up until now, I believe some kind of setup was used.
Yeah, you already said that, Sonia.
You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could possibly have done this.
And she's right! As always, our idol, our queen, our goddess, Chiaki is absolutely right. The only person that could have done this was the person that was still in the room. It was the person that was still in the room. It had to be Nagito himself. He had to have done this himself. Surely, surely, surely.
Hmm?
You don't mean... But if that's true, this murder...
Indeed, this murder... It's gonna be parallel. It's gonna be parallel to the final murders of the first game. Hajime, what do you mean?
Also, I've just had a thought, which is, if that person that was Byakuya was the ultimate imposter, doesn't that also mean that he could have been the ultimate, like, hides from everyone and stuff? Like, even if he could have made it look like he died, but he wasn't actually dead. This might not actually be Nagito. It could be the ultimate imposter and the real Nagito is still going. I don't know, man. There's so many possibilities in this game. This game sets my brain on fire. Right? It's like ADHD crack. There are so many different ways my brain is, like, whirring right now. Then the person who set up the domino effect inside the warehouse could only have been one person. Oh, we get to choose! We get to choose! Well, it has to have been, right? It has to have been Nagito. I am willing to put money on it, Bleeties. I will put money on it. Go. Bam.
Bing, 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 bing! Bing, bong, bing, bong! I was right!
We did it! We did it. We are so good at this. Oh my god, we're really... This game is shaping our consciousnesses as we speak. What if it was Nagito? Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
He wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
Huh? Not just the victim? What does that mean?
He was the victim, and he was the perpetrator too. Maybe.
Are you saying this was suicide? Don't be stupid. No, I really do think that this could well have, at least in the beginning, intended to be suicide. This was all set up, but it's entirely possible that the final blow was delivered by someone else's clever machinations. But really, wholly truthfully, the only way I have seen this making sense, if it actually is Nagito, is that it was all a bunch of like various traps set to go off under specific circumstances that led to the situation that he ended up being in. His body was covered in torture wounds, or did you forget that already? Yeah, but he could have done that to himself. Are you saying those were all self-inflicted? I'm not being funny, but the dude was prepared to die for hope, so I think inflicting pain on himself for the sake of hope is something he absolutely would do too.
But Nagito might do something like that, don't you think?
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember? Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie his own arms and legs. I mean, not necessarily. Oh, Chiaki, are you buying that? I'm not convinced. I don't think that that's as strictly obviously true as it seems.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
It seems we need to discuss how long Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Need to discuss? That's not necessary. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible. Like he said, it seems impossible if you think about it, but I mean, it's not nothing is impossible. Something is being overlooked. There was a cable. There was a cable. We weren't even allowed to inspect it. We weren't even allowed to inspect it. You know, that's on the end of the spear. We weren't even allowed to look at that. And yet, I seriously feel like that's important. Oh no, we're overlooking something. What are we overlooking? Oh god. Right. Okay. Torture wounds, survival knife. Could be maybe the knife? To actually tie up your own arms and legs is obviously impossible. I mean, it's not. Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible. You couldn't do much with the free arm. It would be impossible if you were by yourself. What about if you use your teeth? I mean, that's... Tail? What? Oh, what? Is that a dirty joke? What the fuck? Okay, I mean, sure. That was a series of remarks. That was a series of remarks. The only thing is, Nagito did have one hand that wasn't tied up, right? It had rope around it, but there was burn marks. Like the rope had been burned? Is that a possibility? If our assumption that he committed suicide is correct, then he should have tied himself up as well. Which I do think. No, it's not impossible, but I do need the right complaint. I do need the right complaint. It's not impossible. Is it controlled to speed up? Yeah, okay, right, whatever. Go. Right. Okay, Bleaties. Let's try this. I think Nagito's first remark is the most important one. And it is. Ah! I'm starting to really get into the brain of this game. I definitely found some of these things harder in the beginning. I definitely found some of these harder in the beginning, but I'm starting to think like the game wants me to now, which is kind of a shame because apparently this is the last trial. Hold on a sec. Isn't that premise flawed? What? I mean, there's no mistake. His arms and legs were... No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms. The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up. No. But that was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then. It burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that, but that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it. Which I assume must be to do with the fact that the rope is burnt, and so is the curtain. Proof that the burnt rope on Nagito's right arm is a trap. The knife in his right hand, the light to the duct tape sleeve. Wait a second. The sleeve, I think? Right? Because the knife... Yeah, because the knife was done last. Yeah, his sleeve had absolutely no burn marks on it. So the rope was burnt presumably to act as a misdirect. A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely.
Yeah, because he set all this up. He set all this up, Bluties. And I'm kind of intrigued, like, why has Nagito gone to such lengths? Why has he gone to such lengths? Yeah, that should be the case. Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's very sweet. But I think I would rather not contribute to your trauma. Thanks. Akane, you should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay you first. Now that I can get behind. That I can get behind. That's definitely wrong. Fuyuhiko, you definitely wouldn't know. Fan, I gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right? I'm sorry, a what now? You've got to get a Benjamin. What the fuck is a Benjamin? I don't know what that is. I'm so confused, Bleaties. I'm so confused. What the fuck is a Benjamin? If anybody knows, comments. Please, I have no idea what she just meant. That's not what I meant. I'm talking about Nagito. I mean, even if his right arm wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know. It's impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand. That much is obvious. Hajime, you tricked me. Give me back that Benjamin. Again, what the fuck is a Benjamin? I don't understand. I feel too English for this. Not only is she trying to charge me, but now she wants the money back? What the heck? Hold on, there should be a way. Then hurry up and spill it. If it's something lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest. I guess that's a lot. I want you to stab yourself in your right hand using only your right hand. I mean, it would have to be using something else to lean on. Maybe, Bleaties? At least I think. It's okay. There's definitely an answer for this. There is definitely an answer. We're gonna find it. Make my argument. Okay. Oh, that's... hold on. Blood on the girder and the Monokuma plushie. Okay. Those are interesting choices. Even if his hand was free, he could stab his hand with his right hand. He's gonna throw the knife into the air and let it fall. No. No, I don't think so. Throwing knife? Definitely not. Maybe he propped the knife up. Yes! Wait, no. No, he propped it up, but he didn't prop it up with that. No, he propped it up with this. He propped it up with this. He propped it up with the Monokuma plushie. That has to be it. That has to be it. Nothing else makes sense. The only other thing is if the knife was somehow tied to the cable, but also by the looks of the gap, the bloody gap. Yes, there's no way. There's no way. Right. Exactly how this works is still a bit fucking beyond me. I'm not gonna lie. The life-size Monokuma plushie. He must have used that to prop the knife. That makes sense. That's why there's a big hole in the plushie's stomach. There is. It's clearly been stabbed. He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up, and then slammed his hand into it. Like, for real though. Youch. Big youch. Why would you do this to yourself? Oh yeah, because you're Nagito and you're an absolute psychopath. You're a psychopath! And a psychopath that wants to stab himself, which he did. If that's it, he had to place the plushie near him. And it also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie. I mean, yeah, because it must mean that it's from his own hand. Ick. Ick. So, the blood on the plushie came from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own hand. I see, so that's the trick. Why, are you gonna take pointers, Kaz? But for a moment, I seriously thought Monokuma died or something. A bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a dog whose hair grows too long. After stabbing his hand, he no longer needed the plushie, so he cast it off towards the fire's origin point. Maybe he hoped that it would also go up in flames, but unfortunately it didn't. He probably thought the fire would incinerate it and destroy the evidence. So, what do you think now, Furuhiko? I get what you're saying about the wound on his arm, but there's still one huge problem. The spear. You're basically saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with the spear, right? To think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen. And it definitely was, I'm very sure of that. If that's true, how is it possible? Well, it's possible because as you can see from the wire, the cable, see how it's covered in blood? Both of his hands were covered in blood, so he was holding on to that. And he was using that to hold himself up in a high place. He actually fell. He fell from high. Can't grab a spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand is all tied up. Then, probably took the spear first, and as he endured the pain, stabbed the knife into his right hand. There is a limit to his constitution. Yeah, but as Nagito would have you remember, Bleaties, there's no limit to hope, and he's made it abundantly clear he would do anything. Anything for hope. He would definitely do something that mental. If you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly. No. I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that. Like I said, if you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly. I'll say it one more time. I need to record it for reasons. Okay, somebody. I think it's time to get the cheese wire. Oh, you bastard, cut it out. Like she said, in that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear. It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stabbed into your right hand, while your left hand is tied up. So you're saying it's impossible? No, he's not saying it's impossible. What we're saying is things didn't happen the way that it looks like they happened. No matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death is caused by someone else. And I agree. I agree wholeheartedly with my icon, my idol, my queen, my goddess, Chiaki. I completely believe that that's the case. That is definitely the case. I also agree with that. To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty, I could never believe.
You say you can't believe it. You just don't want to believe it, right? That's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time too.
I hate that Monokuma's right, but he is so right. He is so right. I hate it. But, yeah.
You just shut your mouth. It's against the rules to interfere with everyone. Even if you think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own.
Monomi, I am absolutely ready for you to execute your plan. I am dying to see it. I am sat on the edge of my seat. I am holding my breath. My breath is bated. Monokuma is not taking it seriously.
Monomi's harassing me.
But that's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again, so this might be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted and it's too convenient. Does it though? I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced.
Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
Of course, that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me. If any one of you is a killer, it's most likely to be Miss Sonia. Okay? Just throwing that out there. Sonia is most likely. Sonia is most likely.
As Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed. But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone.
I mean, same, but the similarities between, like, Sonia, Celeste, and Junko, and... oh man, it's really nagging at me.
No matter how many times I may be betrayed, I still want to believe in everyone. And I believe in you, Chiaki. I believe in you, my queen, my princess, my goddess.
I will always be on Chiaki's side, even if she betrays me. I also want to believe there's no killer, but suicide is unimaginable.
Do you really think so?
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear in his condition. Only if. That's only true if we are not looking at the order of events. You know, like objectively, it's entirely possible. We need to pull things apart more. We need to pull things apart more.
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible.
Exactly, she never said impossible. Huh?
I feel there's some way he could have stabbed himself with that spear.
And there is. It's the cable. It's the cable, Bleaties. I'm so sure. I'm so sure. What kind of way?
I don't know.
She's lying. She has an inkling, but she wants someone else to figure it out.
You
Dunno. It's impossible to figure it out by myself, so let's think about it together. That's how we made it this far up till now. Everyone working together. She's right. Wait, no. Guys, I just had a real bad thought. Okay. Now, I'm gonna be ending stream in a few minutes, so rather than carrying on, I've had a thought. I've just remembered something I said, and there's a clip of me saying it. There's a short of me saying it, okay? Some time ago, some while ago. And it just made me think. I remember saying, it really bothers me just how much Nagito and Sonia have really similar facial expressions and poses and eyes. I have a real bad feeling. The person on the floor there that's dead might not actually be Nagito. But I'm starting to think there's more to Nagito and Sonia's similarities than meets the eye. I'm starting to think there's more to those two. And that flippant remark I made about them looking similar might actually have some purpose. Now, if anyone else remembers from the original game, remember I said that there's been parallels between the deaths? In the original game, someone who looked a certain way killed someone else right at the very beginning, so that at the end, that body could be used. And their body was there all along. I'm wondering, is it also possible that could be happening now with Nagito and Sonia? With a possible mystery third party, which may or may not be the ultimate imposter, because the ultimate imposter is anybody at any time. And if all they needed is a corpse, I mean, well, yeah. That probably sounds absolutely nuts. Doesn't it? But we have Snake Emmy. And she's still good. She's doing well, and I'm happy about that. That's the main thing. We haven't killed her. So we've made it through several ordeals getting to where we are now, Bleaties. We've made it through several ordeals. And we are still here. We are still chugging. So what do you think? Bleaties? I'm starting to get so much more conflicted. I'm so conflicted about who it could be. Every time I think I figured it out, there's a new piece of information. I'm just like, I don't know. Well, I think more importantly, it's time for me to raid someone. It's time for me to raid somebody. Am I following anyone who happens to be online? Yeah. Okay. There is another person who is doing a young playthrough. And I don't want us to spoil them accidentally. So I'm gonna send us to a Pokemon stream, guys. As always, thank you so much for spending time with me. I'm going to be back on Wednesday Gonna be back on Wednesday to finish off the Inner World 2. Again, at 12 o'clock UK time. I will be seeing you then. And then I reckon that come Sunday, next Sunday, we're gonna finish off this trial. We're gonna finish off this trial and we're finally gonna see what special powers Monomi has. We're finally gonna see what special powers Monomi has, and it's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful. So I'm sending you to the Yogscast, and I hope that for the time being, you have a wonderful rest of your day. You've been an amazing bunch of bleaties, and I love you very much. And I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your Monday. Wonderful rest of your Monday. See you soon, see you soon, see you soon. I'm sending you in now, okay? I'm sending you in now. Bye-bye!